I see you walking down the street. Yeah, it was you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Bow. Welcome back. It's your man, EddyEd the Duke.
And it's the number one, D with you today for...
Huh?
Huh? Season 2, man. Episode 1.
No,
Huh?
Oh, yeah. So, hey, man, welcome back, where we have our first episode of Season 2. We're back with another season. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. For those who have been with us, for the newcomers, welcome in. It's the Holy Duo podcast. Two guys just having a conversation about life and giving our Christian perspective on it. Man, we are so excited to be here. Been waiting on this for a little bit, and to be here is a blast for us, man. Make sure you follow us on exclusive audio platforms, and also if you want to see us in 4K crispy video and audio, go to YouTube, Holy Duo on YouTube. If you want to send us an email, anything you have for us, advertisement, whatever, go to our email, holyduo2020@gmail.com, Instagram, holyduo2020. So rock with us, and let's get started with the show, man.
Hey. The video is crispy, but I'm not crispy. I'm fresh.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Are you fresh? Okay.
No. You know when someone is ashy, you call them crispy. Hey, they mad crisp, man. But yeah, man. Welcome back. Hey,
welcome back, man.
Season 2, episode 1. All right. We are doing this, man.
Yeah. So let's start off as we customarily do with our HD moments, man. What's something this week that you see now was holy? What's something this week that you thought was demonic, or something personal? What's going
on? Okay. Holy moment. I will have to say, well, demonic. I'm gonna say I caught some over the Christmas break, as you well know. Everyone caught it. But holy moment is for sure they're relaxing on these policies and things that are going on. So I'm happy for that. Not wanting to talk politics, but I'm happy for that. I'm happy it's not getting crazier out here for now. Things are relaxed. So that's my holy moment, man. What about yourself?
Yeah, man. 2 demonic moments for me. I definitely cooked some chicken, and I don't know if it was spoiled or not. It didn't smell spoiled. It smelled okay, but I ate it. Tasted phenomenal, by the way. But it kind of hurt my stomach, and I was having some pains, in my stomach. But I'm good now, so that's all right. And then another demonic. Oh shoot! And then another demonic moment. I gotta return these library books, man, and they over here charging me. For these library books. They're not lost or stolen. I just haven't returned them yet. So, be patient. Wait on the Lord and. Yes,
what?
Yeah.
Boy.
So yeah, man. So those are demonic moments. Holy moment, bro. The weather was holy, man. The weather was so cold over here. I was loving it, bro.
This guy doesn't know what
loving it. Hey, bro, I know exactly what I'm talking about outside.
No, you don't.
He over there suffering. He got snowed in. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Because I didn't get caught in the snowstorm.
People are over here crying because there was a snowstorm, and this guy's like, "Oh, I'm so grateful it was cold." Why don't you move
so you was
up
crying?
Here and keep talking hard? Nah, I'm talking about other
so you
states.
was crying. Nah,
we didn't.
Bro.
I wish we got a snowstorm here, man. It was just raining the whole day. I was like, what is this? Is this spring or are we in winter? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But why don't you move up here and keep talking that stuff? Huh?
Yeah, I heard Boston, they got a blizzard, so everybody was kind of stuck in. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never been to a blizzard, and I definitely don't want to experience that unless it's only for a day. You know what I mean? But I don't know how long those things. Hey, I'm just talking. You know what I mean? Just talking out here.
Yeah, you are.
But hey, man, crazy excitement to be back with another season. Hope you guys are enjoying all the content. If you have not checked out, go to our first season. We have 50 episodes plus more Wild Out
Yeah.
Wednesdays and short episodes. So it's a lot of content. So if you want to catch up, you have plenty of content to binge. If you want to, use it for as you're cleaning or whatever you want to use it for, go ahead and check it out, man. We provide a lot of
Yeah.
entertainment, a lot of content. So um, to start off, man, Snap D.
Hey.
Let's hit what you want to talk about first, man.
All right.
It's a lot of stuff been going on. That's crazy. So what you got, man?
But the greatest of all is love. And that's what we're going to talk about here today.
See, I knew he was
Is
gonna talk about some mushy gushy.
hey, that's exactly
I
what we're going
caught
to
him.
talk about.
I caught him eating a muffin with strawberries in it, man. You know what he told me?
Strawberries.
He said it tastes like ice cream, and we know ice cream is one of
Yeah.
his favorites to lick on.
Huh?
Hey,
What?
I
What do
don't
you
know
what?
nothing.
Did I why who
Hey,
you
man,
lick
we
on
know you
okay,
like
okay,
licking.
if I lick on ice creams, you lick on bananas. How about this? How about that?
Oh,
Huh?
oh,
Oh, now I'm talking hard, huh?
whoa,
You didn't
yo,
expect that, no?
yo, that's woo, yo,
Woo. Yes,
you are
sir.
wildin', dog.
Hey, some people like licking on bananas. One of my sisters, the way she eats bananas, it'll take her half an hour. She gonna keep licking on it till it's gone. I know that's how you like to do it too. So it's
But we know
weird.
you love your ice. We know you love your ice cream cones, okay?
Look,
We know
man.
you love
Look,
licking it
hey,
slowly and spinning the
hey.
cone, bro.
No, I don't do that. What are you talking about? You've never seen me eat ice cream, and you'll never see me eat a banana. Look, when
Yo, you
the
told me the whole story.
no, I didn't. When the wife makes muffins with strawberries,
He
and the
asked her to put that
muffin
in there.
and the muffin tastes like ice cream, you know you having the best muffin of your life. Hey, man, let's get into this topic, and we're talking about love is not an emotion. Ooh, right? Change my mind. Like, let me have your first thoughts on that. Love is not an emotion. A lot of people are gonna push back on that, but
Oh yeah,
personally,
man.
personally, factually, love is not an emotion. Let me hear what you have to say.
And I'm definitely expecting the ladies to push back on us with this because
Mm-hmm.
the ladies, your love is like how I feel, and flowers, cupcakes, sunshines. When he looks at me in the eye, I feel this way. When he touches me on here, I feel this. So love is very much feelings for ladies, but I always say, and I've always heard that from good preachers, love is not void of emotion, but
Yeah.
it's not strictly emotion. Love is something that you choose, something that you do, and love is very much active in action. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And when you love somebody, you do for them. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like when's the last time you said, yeah, I love her, but I never helped her. I love him, but I never made him something to eat, or you know, giving him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
love is coupled always by some sort of service, some sort of action behind love, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we look at Christ and how He loved us, He died for us.
Yep.
So He loved us, and He showed us how much He loved us by dying for us. So from that example, it's like love is action. And
Mm-hmm.
did He feel like doing it in the moment? No, He didn't.
Yes,
But He
sir.
did it, right? And
Yeah.
so kind of like I know it's a lot to break down when it comes to feeling it and not feeling it, but we're not always gonna feel like loving somebody, but you're gonna choose it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you do when you love somebody. You choose to, act a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and loving somebody and not loving somebody, you choose to act a different way, right?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And emotions are there, but it's not strictly an emotional thing. Love is definitely something that you have to show.
Oh
and
yeah.
and so that's how I would describe it. But a lot of people are gonna push back and sort of go to fairy tale land, Disney World. I can show you the world, lights and camera and action. You know
Hey,
what I mean? Like
today I
it's
could
all
show
of
you
that.
the whole world. Just type it in Google, the whole world. I think they have a 3D model of the world somewhere in Google. I
You
could show
doggone
you,
straight.
you doggone. I could show you every street too. Shoot, I could show you his car if it's parked on the street when Google took that picture.
That's
So,
true.
hey man, I have,
That's true, man.
I have the world
That's
in
a
the tip
fact.
of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Tip of our
so,
fingertips.
yeah. So you started off with love, right? Love is not void of action, and that's
Avoid
exactly what I
void of emotion. Void
void
of
of
emotion.
emotion. Yep,
Yeah.
it's not void of emotion, but love is not emotion in itself. Love is an action, right? And let me say this, and I'm gonna say it maybe one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 times. Love is an action. Love literally is an action someone, toward someone. I'm gonna have to say that. For example, when you go to the gym, right? Someone says, "Hey, man, if you go to the gym 5 days a week, you're gonna lose weight or you're gonna gain muscle." So, guess what you do? You buy a pass and you walk into the gym. You sit around for 30 minutes. You go back home. You do that 5 days a week for 1 year. You come back to the guy and you weigh 30 more pounds. And you're like, yo, I thought you said, but right now, some of you are like, well, yeah, you dummy. Like, yeah, you have to go to the gym and do work. That's exactly what love is. When you do the work, then the results show of the work you've done. The gushy love that people are so infatuated with, oh, I love him so much. That's not
Mm-hmm.
love. That's called,
Oh.
yeah, that's called lust, man. And either lust or that's called the honeymoon phase or infatuation. Like it has nothing to do with the work you guys have put in over time or the actions that you guys have taken toward each other when you did not want to, right? So
Yeah. And and
go ahead.
and let me say this real quick. Sorry for interrupting, but
Oh, you're good.
also, you want to feel, for whoever you're loving or in love with, like especially in a relationship setting. Oh, it's not bad to love or feel things about feel emotions about whoever you're with. That's of course gotta be there, but when we talk
You
about
gotta go deep.
love,
You gotta go deeper than that. What do you mean
really.
emotions? Yeah,
So
you
like,
gotta.
yeah,
Mhm.
I love when she do this. I love when, or I like when she do that. The way she do that make me feel this way. Stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Makes you
Like
feel this way.
that.
Now you sounding like Princess Diana. What do you
No,
mean?
no, 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 no. Listen, what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the love part. I'm just talking about just because some people might hear what you're saying and be like, oh, I shouldn't, feel things with my partner. We're not saying that, but when we talk about love, we're talking about something else. But yes, feel the feelings and like and have those emotional times and things you feel towards your partner. But when you talk about love, it's a different thing we're talking about. We're not talking
It
about that.
is.
Yep.
You got me stuck, man. So okay, so give me an example, right? You said she'll do this, and you're like, oh, like thank you for doing that. Like, what is that? Them being nice to you?
No, 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 no. So what I'm saying is, cause you know how like you just said like, oh, he makes me feel like this or this like that. That's good, right? But when we talk about love, making you feel is not really the goal there. You know, does that make sense? Or am I tossing this thing
It
over
makes
his head?
sense what you just said, but then you said them doing stuff for you, and then you feeling this way about it is different from love. I think if you don't love the person, you're gonna hate anything the person does.
Well, see, I'm just trying to separate what you were saying versus the gushy mushy and Philly. You know what I mean? Like just how we said it's not void of feelings, but love itself is not a feeling. Is more is more action. I'm just talking about the feelings and the stuff. It's good to have it with your partner, whoever it is. Basically, like yes, feel those things and have those emotions, but we're talking about love from that. You know, we're not like that. That's different from what we're talking about love.
So
Does that
yeah,
make
you're
sense?
just you're just trying to separate the action from how they feel. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to tell them and have a discussion of when we talk about love not being like the gushy, you still have those, but we're discussing this side of things, and this side of things is good to have, but it's a
But
different side.
but what
Yeah,
I'm
that's all.
saying though is you can't just have it. I'm saying when you do the action, it'll just pour out. Except when you guys first meet each other and for some time, the person can be a jerk, but you still say you love them, right? That's called lust
Yeah,
and that's called infatuation. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not saying which comes first or anything. I'm just saying like we're just talking about something else.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Whichever comes first is that's not the point. The point that I'll just trying to help them get before they try to get us is that we're just talking about something else other than that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But you were saying something to my point.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to clarify a little bit, but I guess I kind of tossed you a little bit because you were on a trail, and then I kind of threw you off a little bit.
Okay. So once you start doing the actions for someone, um, and not necessarily expecting something back, that is love. The moment you expect them to do something because you do this for them, that's not love anymore. That's called a transaction. That's transactional love.
Mm.
And once there is no more transaction, there is no more love because the person has nothing to give back to you. So love, as a lot of people would push back on this, love is unconditional. That's what it means by unconditional is I'm gonna do this for you, but I'm doing it for you because I choose to do it. That is real. That is true and real love. Doing something because you choose to do it, not because you have to, and not because you expect something from someone. Now, this pours in.
Mm.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
That's a
ahead.
good one
Because
because we look at Christ. He though we were yet sinners, he still died. He wasn't expecting. You see what
no,
I'm
he
saying?
wasn't. No, he wasn't.
It's not like he's saying like, okay, I'm expect everybody to love me because I did this for them. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So there wasn't that expectation there. According to Scripture, he did it despite knowing that we hated him, knowing that we were
Oh yeah.
against, and so he still did it. So it definitely was a choosing, despite what he could get from us, and despite what how he felt in the moment.
And you know what separates Christ from us is the fact that he did it. He did it knowing that we would hate him, and he did it knowing that even after he's done it, people are still gonna hate him. People are
Still gonna hate him.
people are still gonna throw shade on his name. People are still gonna say,
Oh,
"Oh, he was just this. Oh, he was just some guy," knowing well that what he was doing, he was gonna be rejected by the masses, if not most people. You have something to say?
yeah, man. That's interesting. Like, would you do something for somebody at a great magnitude, knowing that if you do it, they would probably hate you for doing it or hate you after you did what you did for them? Would you even think about doing that for somebody?
See, I would only do that if I knew there was some kind of treasure or prize waiting for me. That's the only
Really?
reason why that's the bro. Say okay, you have a wife, 3 kids, they're all in kindergarten. Your wife's hands are full at home. You're going to work. Y'all
Hold
busy
on.
getting.
Sorry, but before you go with the whole scenario,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
would so you would or you wouldn't just so we get your answer first.
I wouldn't, and I'm explaining to you why. Right? I'm putting
Okay,
down a
okay.
tough scenario for you because you think you can just say whatever, and I
Hey
got an
man, we trying to
answer.
get you, man. We
Yeah,
gotta
I
get you, dog.
know. Let me
Season
explain.
2, baby. We out here, baby.
Hey man, we're not at the interactive segment yet. Hold on, let me explain. Right,
we out here.
you got a wife, you working hard, man. You nose to the grinder. You got 3 kids in kindergarten, and
Three
you
kids.
know,
What I had triplets in kindergarten. That's a tough, bro.
hey,
You just set me up
yeah,
with triplets, bro.
exactly. You set up with
Oh,
triplets
you
now,
wildin'.
right?
That's
So
crazy.
so you go to the gym, right? And there's this you've seen this guy over and over again. Really good guy. You guys have had a lot of conversations. One day you walk out the gym and your car's parked in the back of the gym. You walk into the back and you saw this guy, the guy you talking to, the really nice, great guy, hit this dude over the head with the wrench and kills him. Right then and there, you see the camera at the top right there. You're a witness.
Wait, why you got me murdering somebody? Oh, okay.
You're not. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
When the cops come, before they review the cameras, like they throw the camera evidence right out the window. They're like, we know that you killed the guy because like we know you were there. You were his accomplice. You guys both killed that guy. And they're like, look, if you confess to killing this guy, we'll let the other dude go scot free because we know that you're the headmaster in this stuff, right? And
Wait, so if I confess, he's gonna get away?
he's gonna get away, but you get to spend the rest of your life in jail or you die. One of the two, like, you know, whatever the court decides. You get executed or you spend the rest of your life in jail.
Wait, so if I confess, I still get punished?
If you confess, he gets to go. He doesn't get punished. But you do.
So
You get to take the punishment for him.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But if you don't confess, both of you go to jail or both of you get executed, whichever one the judge decides. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's crazy.
you spending a couple days in jail while this stuff is going on, and someone comes to your jail cell and says, look, man, if you confess, like, your wife and kids are gonna have $1 million, like, just straight dumped into their account every single year for the rest of their lives, each one of them.
Why you gotta put every single year in there, bro?
That's how much they get.
See?
That's how much they get. Your wife is good, right? Your wife is good on the money side. He gets to go free, but you just got to stay in jail for the rest of your life or get killed. What would you do?
He gotta die with me. I'm taking him with me, bro. Yeah. D's like, man, I said this so nicely. How can you choose this?
You chose your choice. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not about he gotta come with me.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna die for someone, even if the deal is so sweet.
Yeah, he gotta come with me because he could do that to somebody else.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta take him out of here. You know what's funny? Me and my lady was talking about a similar thing about this. Not this particular situation, but kind of like, would you do this? And I explained it in a certain way because of the person potentially doing that to somebody else.
Yeah.
And so I gotta take him out with me. Like he gotta get out of here, bro.
See? So as a matter of fact, you didn't take him out, he took you out. So that's the whole beautiful thing about how Christ is
indirectly.
The perfect Yeah, indirectly. He's the perfect example of love because he did this knowing that people are still gonna crap on his name. People are gonna say all kinds of stuff about him.
Lies,
making
rumors.
up stories, bro.
Yep.
And he still went and died to show us that, hey, I created you. I love you. And if you want to be with me, this is what I'm doing so you could be with me. And here's the third point. When you love someone like that, you can't just go around loving everyone like that. There is a general sense of love that you can give to everyone. Be kind, be, whatever it is. But when you love everyone unconditionally like that, like whatever you do to me, I won't take it personally, but I will see that work needs to be done in you and I will pray for you and hope that work gets done. Not judging you, but just praying and having faith that work will get done. It's something called boundaries. I'm showing you this love, but you got to commit to me. That is when the love makes sense. Imagine if you continue to go back to your, not saying you particularly, whomever is out there, right? Whoever is listening, your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend. And every time you go back, they just crap on you. They just throw you down, throw shade on you, cheat on you, tell your close friends stuff that you guys share intimately. It's like, what are you doing to yourself? But when you establish a boundary of this is you and I's relationship, nothing leaves the relationship. Everything is for us. Now there's a boundary of whatever I do for you, we keep between us. If you cheat on me, we keep between us. You don't go out there and you start saying you don't start exposing the relationship, saying to people I cheated on you, and then like everything stays in the relationship. And guess what happens? Now there's a lot of heat going on in the relationship. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Only if the person wants to get better. That's the catch. That's the condition. Only if the person truly does want to come to know how to truly love you too unconditionally. But if not, then you're just wasting your time. Because at the end of the day, you're going to do all this outpouring of true love to the person. But at the end of the day, they're still going to be the same crappy person. What was the point of doing that? You basically did it for yourself. So, this brings me to my next point, is when people are like, I love him, I love her, but we have to divorce. Whenever I hear that line come from people,
what are you talking about?
I find it difficult to digest, especially when they're Christians.
Yeah.
Especially when they're Christians, man. Like,
and that's a funny point because I'm just wondering. I don't know. I've never been married, so like when people say that, I'm thinking like, what happened to where if you love the person, why don't you want to be with them?
yeah,
What is
because
the
we work
issue?
better apart.
What is the issue that will make you say that, but then say this, say that you love him, but then say that you can't live with him? I don't really get that.
But that's because we understand what love is. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ doesn't give up on you just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are flimsy with love. And people who are Christians who do that stuff with love, I'm just like, yo, what are you talking about, man? If you are a Christian, you are to exemplify love to the nth degree because of this. Now, divorce is like cheating on someone. That's tough, man. I mean, if you're going that far in your relationship to cheat on someone, I personally think they have the right to divorce you, because that's a really, really, really difficult thing to do. That's only by the grace of God if that person doesn't leave you. That you got to give praise to God for that one, because even
For sure.
even Christ gave the option to leave if someone commits infidelity. But
Woo.
any other thing, man, was that?
No, go ahead.
In any other thing, man, you got to figure it out, because that's what love is about. How do you put two imperfect people together and expect them to work it out? You have to. There's a covenant, and unfortunately, people aren't taking that covenant seriously anymore. It's just someone reciting some stuff for them to get married. It's like, man, I'm just going deeper and deeper, but yeah.
Yeah, and we definitely touched on this in season 1 too. We had an episode about unconditional love and can you, have unconditional love. But you made a comment, and I want to ask you personally.
Yeah.
Can you personally love people unconditionally?
Me personally?
Yeah.
What do you mean by people?
Because you mentioned love everybody unconditionally.
No, I'm
Somewhere
saying you can't.
Oh, you said you can't.
You cannot. You
Well,
cannot.
Okay. I thought you were saying. See, I heard you say something about in order to love unconditionally something, but maybe I misheard. Well, yeah, my
Yeah.
question was, can you personally love people unconditionally?
Yeah, and what I said was, yeah, you can love people unconditionally as far as there's boundaries. If there are boundaries established, then yes, that love is able to take place unconditionally, right? It's like starting a fire and starting it right in the middle of your living room instead of starting it in a fireplace. The fire has boundaries to work, and guess what? It fills up the whole house with heat. But if you light it in your living room, just love. It's gonna burn your house down. It's gonna do what it's not supposed to do. It's gonna reach places where it's not supposed to reach. That means you have to contain it in a finite, in a boundary, not finite, in a boundary where it gets to really flourish and really build itself up there. That's where the people are. That's you want to keep people in that boundary who want to be there, who want to experience your love without crapping on you. But at the same time, when you're showing those people that love, you can't expect them to start acting a certain way, right? It's not for them to act a certain way. It's for them to experience that love with boundaries of, hey, you're my kid and you stay in my house, I feed you, I raise you, I teach you, I guide
That's
you.
interesting.
Right? Don't start talking about how other parents treat their children and how you want me to treat you that way. Because when I start trying to act like their parents, now I'm not loving you in the best capabilities that I can love you. So don't bring that stuff here. Just like I wouldn't compare you to another parent's kid. That doesn't work like that. So I need you to be within this boundary that I'm taking care of you. Do what you need to do, but just know that my love is unconditional. You can try to hurt me, but at the end of the day, I know you're not hurting me because you hate me. I know you're hurting me in whatever way because you're imperfect. Expect that. People are going to hurt people because they're imperfect.
So you saying you can love people unconditionally, so you would say yes, basically.
With boundaries set, with boundaries.
Yeah, and so in the perspective of the person being the person and not having an expectation for them to evolve based on how you're loving them.
Exactly.
Right? That's what you're saying.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
and so that's the interesting point because just like you expect the basketball to bounce and you're gonna treat the basketball like a basketball unconditionally, like the basketball. You're gonna show the basketball its basketball love. You're not gonna treat a basketball like a football because you're expecting it to act like a football.
Yeah.
Or to become a football when it's a basketball.
Yeah.
Or to have traits like a football when it's a basketball. So you're basically saying, like within regards to the position, you're gonna love the position of the person unconditionally in that position, and not try to put them in another position or for them to graduate to another position because of how you're loving them.
Yeah, you're not gonna go take a prostitute off the street and say, "I will love you unconditionally. I will bring you into my house. I will give you all the money you need.
All right,
I will give
shoot,
you all the love."
You about to get ramsacked.
You're about to find what's his name, Trayvon, in your bed. Hey, you love me, right? I love him.
Trayvons. You about to bro, the Trayvons? They gonna be up there,
man. Ooh.
They gonna be in there.
Trayvons, man. What's the other dude's name? What's the other dude? Is it Trayvon? I always say.
You always say Trayvon, man.
Trayvon, man.
Tyrone gonna be there too, man.
Man, when I say Tyrone, I think of the buff dude in jail.
Bro,
when you get there the first day, he makes eye contact with you and tells you, "I likes you."
Hey, man, see, we don't even gotta go over there, man.
Hey.
We don't gotta go there.
Oh man, but yeah, that's what I think about. Love is not an emotion, but emotion does accompany love. Though when you love someone like that, you start to care deeply for them. You start to feel all kinds of
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's that fire building like slowly, and over time, 50, 60 years, people will look at you and say, "Oh my goodness, I love how you look at each other." Like, boy, you don't know how many times this lady, said crazy stuff to me, or you don't know how many times my husband, yelled at me. Like, you have no idea.
And you don't know how many times D almost got stabbed at night. Like, these are all things you gotta go through, man.
You gotta go through. Hey, I have a hard lady. You know what I mean? I have a hard one. Yeah,
you like him hard.
No, what?
You like him hard and tough.
No, I like them strong. Hey, tough. Yeah, of course.
You like
wait. You want your lady to be flimsy and weak?
Hey man, nobody see why you see now you
no.
crazy.
No. Let me ask you. You like your lady to be flimsy and weak?
And nobody like him to be weak, but we know you like him army strong, dog.
No. That's what you like. See, you like them powder puff like strong. You like them. So we went to the mall one day, and his lady came with me and my wife, and we were running behind, right? And I was like, "Oh, let's go to this store," and I was like, "Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go check it out real quick."
This is fortified stories.
I caught in the corner of my eye the way his lady grabbed his arm. I was like, oh shoot, we can't go. Like I was like, yo, his arm is gonna break. Dang, that's a strong lady. See, I like my lady.
It's just
tough,
fortified. This is fortified information,
but
guys. This is
I don't-
definitely fortified.
I don't want my lady to grab my arm and my friend gets scared for me. I don't. That's too much, man. That's too much. Are you okay?
This is definitely fortified. As you can see, man, I'm right here with mine. Dog. I'm right there, man.
Just wait till his lady walks in through the door.
I'm right here.
Hey, babe. Hey. How are you?
Hi, so man, so is that all for the love? You know, like love talk, love potion, love emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that an R&B song or something?
No, I just made that up. You know, I'm smooth, man. I'm saying, bro,
No,
you know the line, man.
No.
You know the line. You want me to say the line?
I don't want you to say anything about the line.
All right, man. Hey, don't act like you don't know because I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know I am. But moving along in our first episode, man, we you know, when we look at, I was thinking about, you know, going to the gym. You know, speaking of strength, right? Strength, strong. You know, tough. You know, we always get this thing, right? You've heard people say, "Oh, train every day, train hard, go hard."
Oh
You
yeah.
know, blah blah blah. Right? You know, you gotta be in the gym every day. You gotta be working hard. You gotta be, you know, 2 a days, eat protein, blah blah. Right?
Yep.
And you know, over the years, getting older, and science coming out with more advanced discoveries, and you know, tests and all this good stuff and research. Overtraining has shown to be a thing where it gives you more, it declines your results. You know, it does more harm than good. You feel like you're putting in more work, but you're actually, you know, stunting your progress, stunting your growth. You know, making things not progress at an exponential rate when they could be.
Yeah.
You know? But because you're doing it too much and too often, you know, it is affecting the results you're looking for and affecting the progress.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we learn this, we begin to understand that training every day isn't the best thing, or going hard in training every day isn't the best thing, because your muscles need time to recover, don't they? They need
sure do.
rest. Rest is important. And I don't like when people say, "Oh, don't rest, or don't do that. You got to be working this, that, and the third so hard." I don't. That does not make sense. That is not healthy. Yeah. Everything that we do needs time off, so you can recover, and so you can have a break. And when we look at, you know, God Himself, 7th day He rested, and we could go into, you know, if He really rested or if He just made a point for our bodies to rest. You know, like, did He rest, or is it just figurative for us to take rest? We can go into that, but we're not going to go into that. The point is, a day of rest was established, and so we know that resting is a thing that everybody needs to do because there's a purpose for it. And so thinking about overtraining in the gym makes me think of what are some ways we overtrain in our lives, in aspects of our life, in you know, dimensions of our life. Like, what are some ways you think we can overtrain, and what are some ways that we probably do overtrain to this day in our lives?
I recently just watched a video on a doctor, and he was explaining the best exercise for losing weight. I'm not gonna say his name, but if you know who it is,
I know who you're talking about. We know who we're talking about.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, guys.
Yeah. If you know his name, shout outs to you. He's a good source of information.
We ain't doing no free advertisement out here.
Yeah. Shout outs to them too.
Actually, regarding to health, I wouldn't mind. But on the certain circumstances, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So he was talking about resting in between exercises. Boy, I've heard anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds, 30 seconds to a minute, and then you have to get back to the exercise. The doctor, when he was explaining things, it made sense. And he
Yeah.
was saying, yeah, when your heart rate is up,
The heart rate joint. Yeah, man, the heart rate. I knew he was gonna go there because we both know who we're talking about here.
yeah, right. When your heart rate is up, your muscles work, or a part of your heart, I'm not sure which organs it is, it works to bring your heart rate back down. And that's to control your blood pressure. When it's working to bring your heart rate back down, you want to let it bring your heart rate all the way back down before you start up again. But you always hear 30 to 45 seconds to a minute, you got to get back into the exercise to burn the most fat and calories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You may be burning a good amount, but are you doing the exercise to the best of your abilities? You would be burning more if you let your heart bring it all the way back down, exercise that muscle that's bringing it down so that it gets better over time, so that you recover faster, so that eventually you can get to the 30 second to the 1 minute, type thing where you can get back into the exercise again. Overworking and overtraining makes you less efficient. Man, think about how many athletes have injured themselves. Were they
Mm-hmm.
resting enough, or were they training a little bit too hard? Did they get an injury from practice or from somewhere and they didn't rest enough? So they played on it and they got injured. An injury doesn't just happen unless there's a weakness. Sometimes we may notice the weakness, sometimes we may not. When you don't notice the weakness, sometimes you knew that there was something going on, but you didn't think it was bad enough until a condition happened that broke you. We're not perfect, so we have to understand that we need rest. I've heard, man, work out 6 days a week, bro. Work out different parts of your body. So if your legs are sore today, your chest won't be sore tomorrow. So you gotta hit chest, and then your abs won't be sore the next day. So you gotta hit abs, and then tries, and then
Uh huh.
back, and then and it's like you repeat because you're not sore here and there. Your whole body needs rest, man. Like overtraining, and it brought me to this topic, or to this point, that a lot of people work a lot, but then when they get to a latter part of their life, they're like, man, I've worked and I have all this money, all these things. To be honest, I wish I had spent more time with family. And that's that
Mm-hmm.
rest part. You
Yeah,
don't,
bro.
right? You don't want to do all this work to get to the goal, but then you miss the whole chunk of stuff that you could have
Yeah,
been paying
man.
attention to.
Events, all that with your yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big one. There's a lot of people that feel that right now that are in
right.
their 40s, 50s, and look back like, dang, man,
Hmm.
all this time I spent working, I didn't get to see this happen. I didn't get to
Yeah,
see, bro. It's pretty crazy and it's pretty sad because your life hasn't been fulfilled. You
hmm,
really missed out on the moments you should have been there for, and that life is about. Having those
yeah.
moments with people that you really care about and and who you are working for actually to
Hmm.
help take care of and do all these things for.
Exactly, man. And I will say, people who tend to overwork is the same concept as overtraining. Concept. Those injuries that you get when you train a little bit too much, those muscle aches, those joint aches that just stay with you for the rest of your life over a very long time. You resting a couple of days in between an injury doesn't does you don't lose that many gains unless you're like in some kind of competition or something. Then, to be honest, if I were in the competition and I'm training hard and I feel like I'm gonna be the number one competitor there, like I'm gonna come in first place, and I injure myself, to be honest, there are a lot of athletes who risk it, and some of them get injured permanently, like they have to maintain an injury for the rest of their career. To be honest, I would be that athlete that pulls out of the competition. Even though I feel like I'm going to win, I would pull out, bro. I would take care of myself. And that's actually what I've been doing over the years is I work out. And when I work out kind of hard. Like I don't go soft on myself just because I want to, you have to rest and take care of. No, I work out and I
Yeah.
work out hard. But I
What?
don't
So Oh no, finish. Sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like what are some areas like in life you think people overtrain apart from sports or like physical.
Oh yeah, like I said, people overdo the working thing.
Okay.
People overdo the because say after you leave college, all you've been hearing your whole life is go to college, get a job. Go to college, get a job. You study your butt off in college, right? Your social life is not really existent like that, right? You study your butt
Mm.
off. You finish college, you go to work, you have all this money, all these things, and then you have no one to enjoy it with. You're alone. So
Yeah.
overstudying is another part of it. I mean, there are degrees that require you to overstudy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You ever met that one student that you knew didn't have any friends and all they did was like study?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
person may have overstudied, but you know, still was a straight A student. But think of all the
hmm
activities with people that maybe that type of person wasn't involved in, because they didn't have any friends and all that stuff. So it's like
yeah.
one area they overdid it because the other area was lacking.
Right, right, right. Overcompensating. But those type of people, I tend to see them with friends, but I call their lives, their social lives, pseudo social lives. Meaning they have a social life, but it's like not really there like that. Because friends take a lot of work, man. It takes a lot
Hmm.
of talking. It takes a lot of getting together. It's a lot to maintain.
Exactly.
So
Exactly, bro.
if you're working too much or you're studying too much, bro, I'm telling you, there are some people who have lost friends because they work out too much.
Hmm.
It's like your question really doesn't pertain to just working out. It pertains to
No.
overdoing things to the point of where
Overdoing.
it starts to affect other parts of your life. And those, when it affects your life in that way, those are called injuries. Some of the stuff you can't get back, like missing crucial,
Exactly.
missing important part about your kid's upbringing. You can't get that back unless you have a bunch of other kids. You still can't get it back
Hmm.
because that kid is grown now.
Hmm.
So when you overdo stuff, you miss certain things. When you miss certain things, it can either cripple you or leave scars that you don't
Yeah.
need.
I
Right?
I like yeah, I like the point where you said like, if you overdo it, you can, cause injuries or like if things mess up, those are considered the injuries of
Yeah.
the overtraining or overdoing it. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Whether your leg gets broken or you have a small tear that now you have to manage for an extremely long time. It's an injury is an injury. You
Hmm.
don't need those type of injuries. So, I mean, my thing is, man, have a time frame where you go hard, but don't go hard for too long. Because just like you said, God rested. We know God is an infinite being. So did he really need rest? Well, that's the arguing point. But he
Hmm.
decided to rest. He could have done everything in one day, just like he could have. I really do believe that he's infinite.
Oh
He
yeah,
he
for sure.
yeah, he chose to rest because he knows that we need
He
rest.
he created time. So,
Right. Like what? So
yeah.
if he didn't rest, well, I mean, heck, there no one would consider a day where we can rest in him. But that's a different
Hmm.
conversation for a different time. So we do need that rest, but does that mean we go to work 6 days a week? No. There's certain countries that people break at like a certain time in the day. They get to go home, come back to work, and they don't even work that late. Like there are certain places where people take
Bro,
the company gives you a mandatory vacation for a
exactly.
period of time.
Yeah. Bro, Italy, bro. Italy, I heard Italy. My dad used to live in Italy, and he
Okay.
said that they would do this. The whole country would do this. The whole city, where he was living, is at 2 p.m. Everybody would go to lunch and would be done for the day at
Oh
2
wow,
p.m.
that's
Yeah, they would
crazy.
all go to lunch. Everything was shut down at 2 p.m. they will go to lunch, and I think I'm not sure, but I think he said they'll be done for the day, or they'll come back at 6, and then like 6 to 8 or something like that. But also, my
Dang.
cousin lives in Spain, and she says at a certain time everybody's off of work, nobody's working, nobody's out, everybody's in the house, and I'm like, wow. Imagine if we did that in America. Are you crazy?
I know.
People are over here over hustling, bro.
Over
Every
us.
day I'm hustling, bro. People are
Hey.
people are over training out in these streets, bro. Because why? Why? It's always about the bag. It's not about nothing
Yeah.
else. It's always about getting the bag. But other countries have these type of resting points, and they seem to be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
They're alive. They're doing
People-
just fine.
people are healthy. People aren't as stressed. You know, I think. Now, I don't quote me on this, but I think
Oh, I'm gonna quote you.
based on what the research is, I think America has the most stressed people.
Yeah, America's
Despite-
up there.
Despite the third world countries not having food, bro, people have been saying they see kids smiling, so happy. You know, they're not gonna show you that on TV. They're gonna show you
Yeah.
all the worst parts. But people have gone there and say, bro, the kids don't have that much, but they're so happy. They're so this, they're so that. Their teeth are white,
Yep.
and but they're not gonna show you that on TV. They're gonna show you the crappy stuff. And you know, we're not trying to get into that, but the point is, it seems as though America is like on the top of the list, or one of the top countries to have the most stressed people, because when you're chasing something that doesn't fulfill, it's always gonna leave you empty.
Oh yeah. So I just looked up a statistic. I'm not sure what the what source this is basing this statistic off of, but this is in 2018, and it's saying the countries that lead in the percentage of stress, right? So the number one is Sri Lanka at 55% of respondents saying they were stressed, like basically overstressed. Sorry, Iran. Iran is number one. Sri Lanka is number two. United States is number three.
I knew we had to be like top 3. I knew it.
But
I knew we had to be like top
but
3. Okay.
the top three all have the same percentage, 55%. So
Okay.
we're basically still number one. This is based on 2018, and I'm pretty sure the stress levels have not gone down since 2018. Based on
Bro,
the stuff
going
that's happening.
higher, bro. Are you bro? It's getting worse and worse.
Getting worse.
This
Getting
is
worse.
bro. I don't think it can get better by the things that. Well, I don't even want to get into that, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
I
getting
know,
better.
right? Yeah, it's not getting better. So, you know, to be honest, the best way, and you can give your response on this, the best way you can mitigate this is to go hard for a certain amount of time and then rest. Go hard, then rest. For
Yeah,
example,
have seasons. Yeah, have
studying.
seasons.
When you're studying for an hour, it says to study for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, then take the rest of the time off, walk around, do something else, and then come back to it, and then do it again. Do that over and over again. If you're trying to memorize stuff, go 20 minutes on, maybe 10, 15 minutes off, right? Do that over and over again. There's a time to do this and a time to do the opposite. So that's my take on it. Don't go, I gotta get the money bag from 20 to 30. I gotta just straight hustle through my 20s. No, bro. Like, who says that's the only time you get to hustle? Hustle, but think about all the other things that are also important. If you gotta write it down so you don't forget while you hustling from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just remember, a good chunk of that time should be towards stuff that are important, like calling your family, talking to this person, talking to that, checking in with people. It's just stuff like that, man. Don't be that, oh yeah, I'm a hustler, and like people are calling you throughout the day for a week, they don't get you. Like, don't be that guy.
Yeah, like
or
don't
lady.
shut out your life. Yeah, don't shut out your life because you think hustling means you can't do anything else. Like a lot of people out here, I think when they think work hard, play hard, or hustle, cut everything out and just stay tunnel vision on getting the paper bag. That's not gonna. You're gonna be miserable once you get to some paper bag, or you might not even get to the paper bag.
Right.
But being that locked in, it's not a healthy thing, man. Like when you hear celebrities say, you know, grind every day, no sleep, Don't believe them, bro. Don't believe them. They sleeping, bro. They sleeping in the studio. They sleeping somewhere, bro.
I know.
Sleep isn't like when you hear people say, "Yeah, you haven't slept in 2 days." Get out of here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. You like
Yep.
if you haven't slept in 2 days, I bet you're gonna sleep on the third day.
Yeah, I bet
you're
you
gonna
are.
sleep if you're not taking any enhancements, you're sleeping.
Yeah. Even if you are taking
So,
enhancements,
Even
like,
if, bro, you are hurting yourself, bro. You're going down. Like if I wanted to beat somebody up, but not let them know I want to beat them up beforehand, I would try to make them stay up and not go to sleep.
yeah, I know, right?
They're gonna be weak. They're gonna be weak naturally, bro. That's the easiest way to get somebody, bro. Like let them, give them some things and let them stay up and act like work hard, play hard, and then sock them in the jaw. They're gonna drop quicker than ice cream.
And they're going down, down, baby.
Nah, but the point is, don't believe these celebrities that tell you, yeah, I never go to sleep. I'm in the studio, bop bop bop.
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
here. You're not
Yeah.
surviving. You're not living without rest. So the point is, do work efficiently and work smart
Yeah.
and get rest. Because rest is definitely a part of the process to getting to the goal.
Right. Right. If you're gonna work out for a short period of time, man, make that workout count. Like, hurt in a good way. Hurt your muscles, tear them up, and then go rest. Be okay with resting. It's okay. It's cool. Today's world makes you feel guilty when you rest. Like, bro.
Exactly. They make you feel like, oh yeah, you're not hustling enough.
Right.
It's never enough, man. What is enough?
Right.
Who said what's the measure of enough?
Yep.
I'll tell you what the measure of enough is. It's individualized, enough that you can handle. So that's what enough is. Don't try to do his enough or her enough.
Yeah.
Do what your enough is, because you guys aren't the same person.
Yeah, for example, I'll say this last thing and then I'll be done. There's some YouTube people that I know that have millions of subs right now, but they say they work maybe 3-4 hours every day and then they're done. They're still working, but they're not overworking. To get to that point, though, they must have done a lot of work. They must have hurt some relationships. They must have secluded themselves from some people. They must have cut some people off. But they get to that point and they're like, man, I can maintain this high level of viewership with 3 hours of work every day. And that's it. And it's like, could you have done that? It may have taken you a little bit longer to get there, but would it have been worth it? I don't know. That's for you to say. But yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, and I want to end off with this. Enjoying life is more than just getting money and buying things, but it's more about the people, relationships you build, and for us believers and Christians out there, living a life that glorifies God. And so that's what it really boils down to, and that's what I value is family, relationships, and glorifying God. And that's really what it's about. Getting the money and doing the thing is important, but to focus on that solely is definitely leaving you more empty than you thought it'll bring whatever you were looking for.
Family.
Yeah. Family, bro. So with that, man, let's hop straight in. Let's do a transition into our interactive portions. WWYD. What would you do? Because listen, we trying to trap people out here. Actually, hold on. This is not the trap one, but this is kind of a trap. So this is our interactive portion of the podcast. So we'd like you guys to join in answering on email, in the comments on YouTube, or if there's somewhere to write on the audio platform, write us, tell us your version, what you would do in this situation. This is exclusive. Well, actually, this can go both ways for guys and for girls. So think of it as vice versa if you're on the other side. So the question of what would you do is, your lady catches you laughing at a girl who is flirting with you, or laughing with a girl that is flirting with you. What
first of
would
all,
you... Okay, go ahead.
First of all, that is the point of the question. But let me set up the scenario because you know I
Set
am.
it up because he.
Let me set
Yeah,
it up.
because he wrote it. He's the author of this question. He tries to.
That's
get
right. You dang straight. Hey, look here, man. Okay.
Hey, look here.
Yeah, look here.
Hey.
So there is a, a couple, rich couple, and they're like, hey, we like you guys. We'd love to invite you to the ball that's happening next week Saturday. Bring your significant other, bring your boyfriend, bring your girlfriend. You guys dress up classic clothes. Pull up in the rented limo, all that good stuff, and we dance. We have some good food and we dance. There's gonna be a lot of people there. Saturday comes around, your lady gets all dressed up, gets dolled up. You get your shades on, you get your suit on, you get your shoes on. We flexing, okay, we go. Okay? We get to the ball, all right? And y'all get in line behind the door to be let in. The person's got to make sure you're on the list. You can't just let no doopy just walk into the doors. You got to make sure you're on the list. So he checks your name, Mr. and Mrs. Doe, whoever you are. You walk into the ballroom. As you guys are walking in, there's a person standing on the left side just straight checking out the person you're with, your spouse. Just straight checking them out. And you're like, oh, what the heck? You walk into the ballroom and you guys are dancing. Beautiful night, beautiful music. You guys are just dancing the night away. You got to go to the bathroom. Okay? Hey, honey. I'll be right back. I gotta go take a quick drop of the water. Alright? Go take a quick drop of the water. You come back. And that same person is now talking to your significant other. But your significant other is smiling. Enjoying whatever this person is saying. Okay? And you catch them. You see him right there. And they look at you and they make eye contact with you. Oh, shoot. You see me laughing at this person, but now I'm looking at you. Okay? What would you do? What would you do if you were caught in the situation laughing and giggling with this person who's flirting with you, but you don't know they're flirting with you. You don't know they like you, but your significant other knows. What would you do, man?
That's an interesting question, man. And I know that D thought he had us, and that D thought he got us.
You think you found a loophole?
But us smooth as ice.
No, you not.
Ice is nice. Hold on. And I ain't never had a bad interaction in my damn life. So what I would do? What? So WWYD, I would do. I'll be like, hey, babe, come over here. She said something very interesting, or come hear what she's saying. I would involve my lady because it's not exclusive. If you make it exclusive, now it's gonna be ruthless.
You see,
so I would involve her.
Hey,
and
let me interrupt you.
Get her and graft her in.
No, see, you think you're a chef. The funny part about this is the emotions are already affected. You can't undo what was just felt by your lady. You can't undo it. You can't.
That was
undo
a hard
it.
F. That was a hard F, man. You definitely been practicing.
You can't undo what is just that, bro. Come on, man. How many times, right? Have you said something to your lady, but you said it the wrong way, but all your intentions were great, and from that moment on, the situation is just done. Like it's just finished for the next hour. You're done, man.
Oh my gosh, man.
You know how this goes. So I don't know why you're trying to find a loophole to do this. You were caught, man.
But listen, nah. But I involved her, so she don't know what happened. She don't know what was said. I'ma bring her in to what happened and what said. Oh. So now it's not exclusive to me. We're gonna get her involved. We're gonna get her involved, doggy.
So your lady's gonna come and start laughing at the joke that this other lady is telling you, huh?
I mean, we're not saying that she's gonna laugh, but we're gonna get her involved to see if she would laugh. Now, if she don't laugh, that's up to her. I don't have no problem.
Oh, okay.
It's up to her. If it's not funny, I guess it's not funny.
That's what this man would do. So you going home in a quiet car ride.
Okay, look at him.
Huh?
More stuff he wants to add. Okay.
What do you mean?
But
What?
first, hold on. But first, what would you do in that situation, just so we don't run too much?
If I saw my lady looking at me and I saw the expression on her face, okay, I would know what she's thinking. I would know that she thinks.
So would
Hold
I too.
on,
But
man. Hold on,
yeah.
man.
Hey, we coming with you, man. We coming with you.
Hold on. See, that's why I have to let you go first, because you think you're slick. You think you can find some kind of, you can slither your way out of the situation. You ain't going nowhere, man. All right, so I would look at my lady and I would know that there's something wrong. Okay. At that moment, I'm gonna know that I have to pull my lady to the side, right, and be like, "Hey, what's wrong? You know, like,
Nah.
why did
Hey.
your mood change?"
You better be
And
wearing
then-
magazines tonight
and then
around your torso.
And then I'm gonna figure out, right? Because I can't read her mind, but I do know there's something wrong. I'm gonna figure out, hey, what do you think was going on there? And she's gonna be like, oh yeah,
Oh, you
like
know what was going on.
like, oh,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what's going on. I saw you over there.
Hey, your lady would hold you. She would grab your neck, man. But let's
Hey,
not
man.
go that
Hey,
far.
listen,
let's not go that. Hey, my fault.
Stop
my fault.
playing, man.
I didn't mean to expose you like that. My fault, man. Okay, so she would be like, I trust you, but I don't trust this woman. So like, what were you doing talking to her? I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, when you walked away, she just came up to me. I couldn't be rude and just walk away. So, I was just being polite. It wasn't that funny of a joke. And then right there, I'm going to say the joke and make her understand that joke wasn't that funny. I just laughed because I had to be nice. I was waiting for you to come back from the bathroom. That's all I was doing. So you're back now. Let's let her do her thing. As a matter of fact, she might be a whore. She might be going around doing this to every guy. I don't want that. I want you, and then we'll be done. But you wanted the car ride home by bringing your lady.
Get those effects.
No, you're
still
not.
Getting them effects for sure.
By bringing your lady into the conversation, you dirtied up your lady, man. That's what you would do.
Yo, y'all see how he's trying to paint this? He took all this time to try to reverse it. Dog. Either way, either thing, I think we both gonna get some heat, man. Cause
Don't
like you
involve me in
said,
this.
nah, you come with me. When they think it's something, bro, the emotion's gonna be there for that. So you're gonna have to get it somehow. Either your muffin's not gonna be made the same way for about a week. Something is translating through that, bro. Like something is happening. It's gonna stick somewhere, dog. So we both got it.
I disagree.
Okay. Hey, nah, you coming with me, man? We
going
all
nowhere.
in this together. We're in this together, bro. You gotta come with me, man.
I ain't coming nowhere, man.
Hey, nah, we gotta stick together, man.
That was a good setup, man. If you guys think you have a better answer, man, drop it down in the comments, because that's a difficult situation.
That's difficult. That's
a difficult. I should have been a second part to the question where I asked what you would do in that situation if you came across your lady and she was straight laughing and giggling and touching his arm.
We should save that for next time.
Hey, well, let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you guys for listening, man. We appreciate you guys for clicking on the video or, clicking on our page on the audio platforms, man. Definitely rock with us. Share this content wherever you share your cool stuff. Social media, tag us, all that good stuff, man. If you want to send us something personal, email us holyduo2020@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram, holyduo2020. Man, we are ready to interact with you guys, so interact with us.
Yeah.
If you have any more church announcements, are we good?
No, we're good, man. That sounds
man.
good to me.
It's the Holy Duo, man. It's EddyEd.
It's dialogue, babies.
And we're only holy
because he is, folks. And always, always remember, faith don't come expensive.
It's free.
Peace.
Yak.